Hey, dude, what's your favorite team?
The birdies.
Fucking go birds.
Gotta rep them, man.
Fucking.
First game of the
Oh,
season
yeah,
is gonna
dude.
start.
Fucking go birds, dude.
First game of the season is gonna start this Sunday, man.
Dude, are you full Philly, bro?
Yeah.
Dude, too bad they just got hit with a bunch of devastating tornadoes, bro.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, got on the weather app, bro. Philly just got fucking wrecked.
They're playing the Falcons this week.
Dude, no, they're
And no, they are.
not. Because Philly just got fucking destroyed, dude.
No, New Orleans got fucked up.
Well, yeah, they did too.
Hurricane Ida.
Yeah.
Were there actually tornadoes around Philly?
Yeah, I got it on my phone. It said devastating tornadoes in Philadelphia and a couple other places.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it just showed up on my phone. Yeah.
It's fucking random. I didn't know they had tornadoes out there.
I
Are you sure it was Philadelphia? They don't typically get
Yeah,
tornadoes
breaking
out.
news. Tornadoes near Philly and South Jersey cause extensive damage.
Wow. I didn't know they got tornadoes out there. Tornadoes. Wow.
Yeah, and I think it was thrown in because of Ida.
Wow.
Like that caused everything else to get fucked.
Really? We're going to be getting a lot of rain from Hurricane Ida once that shit goes through. We're going to be getting all the...
Dude, is that why we're getting
remnants.
nice, cool, crisp wind?
No, it's probably because summer is coming to an end. And
Thank God. I am tired of waking up and it's 95 out
yeah,
every
I
day.
fucking hate fall is my favorite time of the year, and I am
Favorite time of the year.
I am so psyched for this
If
shit,
you like
man.
our summer, you're fucking nuts.
You like summer in general, man. Come on now. Really?
Yeah, what the hell is the matter with you?
Fall is nice because you have more of an option. It's just so comfortable. It's so comfortable.
You can break out the most comfortable clothes, which is
Yes.
sweats.
Yeah, and it's always cloudy. It's cool. Halloween. Leaves, crispy leaves.
Dude, they said because of the spooky weather changes that we might we may not get the transformation of leaves. Dude, who gives a fuck about the transformation of the leaves?
Whatever. I can't see them anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
I can't see all those colors.
Yeah,
God damn it.
I'm not gonna walk outside and like, why are my trees red leaves? Come on.
You know where I want to go during the fall though is up to like Vermont, New Hampshire, around that area. Have you ever seen the pictures of those places during the fall?
Yeah, I think Family Guy did a bit where they're like, "Oh God, some Midwest people fucking coming over to watch their tree, watch like all their fucking trees change and shit."
I mean, I would do that. Take a road trip out there.
Oh no, I was like a joke against. I think people from Boston going over there.
Fuck Boston.
They're like, "Oh wow, look at the wicked trees." You see Peter like, "Oh my God, go home."
That would be me.
Yeah, but get.
Yeah, I would love to do that. That'd be amazing. We should start the podcast.
Yes,
Gotta stop doing that, man.
dude, I like that, bro. So it's
I
not
don't.
just robotic.
I hate
right
talking
away.
to you. I hate talking to you. Finish this.
You're such a fucking bitch, dude. You want to come at me right now, bro?
I'll beat the shit out of you, Mike.
Dude,
I'll smash this fucking glass over your head and then shove this finger up your ass.
I will fucking rock bottom you so hard with your fucking Dwayne Wade looking ass. I'll fucking rock bottom your ass and give you the people's elbow right through this fucking table.
Dwayne Wade? Did you say that I look like Dwayne Wade?
Dwayne Johnson.
You said Dwayne Wade.
Oh, I said Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
I meant Dwayne Johnson.
I don't look like Dwayne the Rock
Did
Johnson.
you see the guy that does look like him?
Was that actually him? Because I thought that
I
was
thought that
just
was
like a
him.
joke. I thought it was a joke.
I thought it was him. I was scrolling and I saw
That's a
it.
fucking joke, man.
I
That was a rock.
No, it's serious because like you go to another picture and he's at a different angle and you're like, oh, okay, that's not him.
Oh,
Like straight ahead.
I was gonna say because it took this long for this fucking dude to go viral for someone to notice.
I know
this
he was
motherfucker.
standing there, and I'm like, "Oh, it's just a rock on another movie with some random."
Wait, pull him
fucking-
up. Pull him up.
One
Pull him
fucking
up.
random dude. He was.
Oh, welcome to episode 10 of the podcast. Comment, like, subscribe.
Do the normal stuff. Leave comments.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram at DudeThat'sWhatI'mSayinPodcast, where you can listen to all podcasts.
Go Eagles.
Yeah. Go Birds. Oh yeah, dude. Fucking go Birds, dude. So we'll do Dwayne
Look-alike. There we go.
lookalike. Okay. Yeah, like, dude, look at this picture. Like, look at that.
Fuck him, man.
Dude,
That dude looks just
this
like
dude
him.
looks identical, man.
That is just disgusting. What the fuck?
I know our picture's like kind of hiding it a little bit, but dude, like you can see it just from there alone.
Wow,
Like
that
look at
is
this
scary,
picture.
man.
When he was standing there, I'm like, oh, he's just doing another he's just doing like another movie.
That's
Like,
I thought it was just like a meme of him doing like playing a role and people just fucking around on the internet.
no,
lying.
man.
That's him.
That's the other thing too, is like his stunt double now, which is like this guy right here, is now like fuck. This dude's gonna take my job.
Let me see. Go to a stunt double. Is that him?
Yeah, this is his stunt double right here. I can't really. Yeah, this is him right here. That's his stunt double.
Okay.
That's a dude that like he bought like a truck for and stuff. That's who does all of his stunts in his movies. But now,
Wow, The Rock doesn't do his own stunts. What a pussy.
yeah, I know. Guess who does his own stunts? Fucking John Cena, bro.
Really?
Yeah. When John Cena did the Marine, he said he's like, I think he did all of his stunts besides one, which was like, yeah, dude, if this goes wrong, there's like a 40, 50, 60 chance that you could really fucking hurt yourself. And he's like, all right, fine, I'll let somebody else do it. But other than that, he did all of his stunts. Yeah. I did not. When I saw that, I literally just kept scrolling like, oh, he's just doing another movie with some random dude and he's going to be a cop in this movie. And then I clicked on it again. The guy was from a different angle and I was like, what the fuck?
That's scary,
if I had somebody that looked like that much like me, and I was in his position, I'd be like, dude, just have him be like my stand-in double. Because you know how they'll do like, you know, you'll need somebody else to like stand in that looks identical to you.
Yeah.
I'd just be like, just give him a job. He can afford to give that guy $500,000 a year.
Yeah.
And then just be like, you could just do some of my stunts, and then my main guy can do some stunts, but he doesn't have to get fucked up that much anymore.
Yeah, he'd be a good Rock. The Rock would be a good Rock.
Yeah, that guy would be, and he's got like some weird long ass name, but
wow.
Could you imagine being somebody like that famous, just like their stunt double? Like your main job is to work out and look identical to him, but you don't have to do any of his lines. You get to be in the movies that he's in, and you don't have to do press. You don't have to do shit. But you just have to do cool fucking stunts.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
That's an awesome fucking job.
Yeah.
And there's no way that guy doesn't make at least probably 30% of what he makes, like total, in his entire
30%
year.
of The Rock?
Of what The Rock makes from movies, I should say.
Boy, I was about to say. You even think it's that high? 30%?
I think
I don't know how
the
movie industry.
I think that he
works.
probably makes anywhere from 20 to 30% equivalent to how much The Rock will make because of how many high class movies he's in.
That seems like a lot of money just to be a fucking stunt double.
I mean, but when you think about it, The Rock makes like, dude, he makes an insane amount of money per like movie, like the superhero movie that he's doing with Black Adam. There's no way that he's not making at least 80 million from that. You tell me this guy isn't pulling in 8 million?
I don't know. Maybe he is. I just got deja vu.
You got deja vu?
Yeah. You're gonna die tonight.
Thank you.
No, that was weird. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he isn't making that much money. I don't know how the film industry works. I
don't either, but I'm just guessing, dude, because he's in every movie you can think of. Like,
oh, dude, he's in Halloween. Friday the 13th.
That'd be pretty cool. Like he just gets taken out in the first 20 seconds.
Dude, you Pineapple Express.
See, if I was at that caliber, I would definitely be like, can you put me in 2 movies a year where I'm barely in the movie and like I just either die or I get fucked up immediately? Because that would be hilarious. Because then people won't be like, oh, well, he's the main star of every movie. You know, he's this guy, he's that guy. I would be like, put me in like if there was another Halloween, put me in as like he could be like the cop in the first scene, and you just go hand-to-hand combat with Michael Myers, and then like you fuck him up a little bit, but then you eventually die from him. I would be like, do it.
Michael Myers would fuck you up. Or the one Halloween where fucking Busta Rhymes was like the main.
That was the worst one, dude.
I
remember
a good one. That was so they lit him the fuck on fire and then hung him by an electrical cord, and the dude still survived and just started killing people.
Dude,
again.
the one that they're coming out with now, which I thought the last one was the last one. Now this is going
They're
to
not
be
gonna end.
the
They're
last
not gonna
one.
end.
And Jamie Lee Curtis is like, hey, as long as I'm alive, I'll still fucking blow these out because they're
Dude,
amazing.
they need to fucking end it already.
But
They're drawing it out to the point where it's not even fun anymore because it's just,
yeah, I know.
it's so ridiculous now.
They're making him so they're now admitting that he has superpower, like basically superhuman powers now.
Yeah, it's lost the appeal because you know that he's not gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
So why are you gonna watch the movie if you know that he's just gonna kill everybody?
And it's coming out this year. It's supposed to come out last year.
And you know everything about him now. You know his backstory. You know the fact that he's not gonna die. Why the
dude? In every single
before
one,
it was like, oh shit, like is he a real person? Is he just a fucked up child who just happens to want to murder people and just is really powerful so he doesn't, die when he gets stabbed or shot or whatever it is? But no, it's just, you know that he's just a superhuman mutant.
yeah, exactly. The more he kills, the stronger he gets. So if he just kills, he kills like random people. He just keeps getting stronger and stronger. And then he legitimately, in the next one, the house is on fire and he's engulfed in flames. And then somehow like a firefighter like breaks through the basement where he gets locked in to burn alive.
Mm-hmm.
And then they literally like makes it out of there and just starts murdering all the firemen.
See, that's stupid.
And then they're like driving away, and then they see the fire trucks, and they're screaming like, "Don't save him! He's gonna survive again!" And then sure enough, like they're in the hospital for 10 minutes. They're like, he escaped from the burning house again, and she's like, "Fuck!"
This is pointless. At this point, just end the fucking movie.
Yeah,
find a way to kill him and end the fucking movie. It's like The Walking Dead,
Yeah.
where it's just drawn on forever.
Dude, I'll still never forget that at all. Where you and I were on Xbox, and you would be like, "Let me watch Walking Dead," and then you and I can play GTA. I'm like, "All right, cool."
Call of Duty.
I thought it was GTA.
It's Call of Duty.
Oh, okay. Call of Duty then. And then I'm sitting there in my room, and you're like, you're on Xbox Live already, but you're in a party with me, and but you're watching The Walking Dead. And you're like, dude, this, and I'm like, should I start watching this? This is a good show. And you're like, dude, it's a fucking awesome show. Start watching it. Why haven't you watched it? And I'm like, okay, man, like I'll start watching it. And I don't know what season it was, what episode it was, but like I turned it on.
I remember what episode it was.
Yeah, I turned it on, and immediately from me turning it on, just somebody gets hit in the back of the head with a baseball bat and their throat slit. And I'm like,
yeah,
oh my God. Dude, and then you're like, it's a good episode, huh? And I'm like, Jesus Christ, Joby. And then they're like, some guy, like they're cannibals, and this is how they kill the person is they hit him in the back of the head, and there's a row of people, and then when it gets to the main characters, somehow they stop.
Yeah, of course.
They're
not gonna
stop
kill
it.
off the main character.
Yeah, and then it's just this guy's like, please, no, I have a family, and just goes bing, and he just fucking slits his throat. I'm like, oh my God.
See, it's just because you don't like gore. You don't like gore, you don't like blood, you don't like guts. I like that shit.
Yeah, but you know what? It's
so if I were in your position, I'd be like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, this episode's sick as fuck, and I just keep on watching it.
Dude, I turned it on. I was like, and you're like, you still watch it? I was like, I turned it off immediately. It's like, I'm not watching that shit. And you're like, fucking pussy.
Yeah. And I'm saying that to this day. You fucking pussy.
Dude, I just don't like to see people get murdered. My bad.
Wow.
In my brain, that doesn't like, I'm not cool with it. People are just getting murdered. Which is normal.
Yeah, I mean, it's not normal, but it happens.
Yeah, I know it happens, but I don't sit there to enjoy it.
We've been through this before, Mike.
Yeah, I understand that. You and my brother are pretty neck and neck. I'd walk into his very room, and he's fucking watching a Rob Zombie movie, and this lady just gets pushed up against a wall, and a knife this big just gets stabbed.
Yep.
And the guy's like, does that hurt? Like, he's like an inch from her face, and she's like dying.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you fucking watching? He's like, he turns to me and just goes, what? It's a Rob Zombie movie.
Dude, yeah.
It's pretty cool, right? And I'm like, no, it's fucking not, dude.
Like, you gotta grow some balls, man.
It's not growing balls.
You gotta grow some balls.
I don't I don't want to watch
You're soft.
it.
You're soft. That's what it is.
Dude, I'll fucking show you how hard I am right now, bro.
Mike, you are limp, all right?
Nah, dude.
You're limp.
Nah, dude, I don't have ED, bro.
You're limp like Joe Biden.
I'll show you how fucking hard I am.
Speaking of Joe Biden, let's segue into how about this motherfucker? Totally, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. The Afghanistan situation, but now he's leaving dogs behind.
Yeah, I don't even have to show you the other video. It's not even that good.
And there's a fucking elementary school class from California that's stuck in Afghanistan now too.
Oh shit, I didn't know about that.
A bunch of fucking third graders.
No, I didn't know about that, but I know.
Yeah,
I heard that he adjusted, but and I saw that, and then yeah, dude, somebody took a picture of it next to I think there were a couple of Blackhawks helicopters in the background.
Yeah,
and just like
dog cages,
10 cages, and all the dogs are in there.
Dude, there's a video of
so fucked up.
There's a video
of do that shit.
Of the Taliban flying one of the helicopters with somebody hanging from a rope in the air. Yeah, they already started. Yeah, no, it's something that you would see in like a fucking movie.
Yeah, that's
but
like
it's
what
happening
they did
in
Scarface.
real life. Yeah, dude, it took them a week. It took those fucking. I was gonna say something super racist. But it took those motherfuckers a week and a half. They could keep it. I'm not going to say it. But I wasn't going to say anything racist. I was going to say something mean.
Dude, you can say...
That came off as racist.
Yeah, it's okay.
But... It's fucking... And when I say those people, I mean the Taliban in particular. Not the Afghan people, but the fucking Taliban. I forgot what I was going to say.
Okay.
Fuck, what was I gonna say?
You were talking about people hanging from helicopters.
Took a week and a half to learn how to fly a fucking military helicopter from the most advanced military nation.
Yeah, dude,
on Earth.
it would take me way long. I'd sit in that thing. I'm like, what the fuck are all these buttons?
They're over here fucking.
Yeah,
that
fuck
was
it.
racist.
I'll cut that out.
No, keep it in there. It's from Team America. Reference from Team America.
Yeah, reference from Team America.
Yeah.
Good save, bro. Good save. Good save. I like it. I'll leave it.
Man.
But yeah, man, they're. I would get in one of those things. I'd be like a fucking spaceship, and they're just like, oh yeah, they figured out. And like,
I'm sure they had some people helping them.
They probably had the people that we trained be like, hey, either you help us or we'll fucking kill you.
Yeah,
and they're probably like, okay, well, I'll help you.
So there's a video that you said you wanted to show me about some news reporter shitting on him, on Joe Biden.
Oh,
I would like to watch that, please.
Oh, okay. If you want to watch it, yeah.
Yes, I would like to watch that.
Already the worst president in U.S. history.
Go ahead.
Is Joe Biden already the worst president in U.S. history?
Yes.
There was a tragic inevitability about yesterday's terror attacks. In fact, we were warned about it. 13 U.S. servicemen died, around 90 civilians, and it's believed that around 150 others were wounded.
Oh, this is also about
it's the first U.S. troop deaths since February 2020.
Explosion at the airport.
Now, Joe Biden is trying to blame Trump, saying he negotiated with terrorists and set a deadline that tied his hands. Whilst that may be true, it wasn't Donald Trump who turned the Taliban from a ragtag bunch of AK-47-wielding militiamen into an incredibly well-equipped fighting machine. Joe Biden's incompetence means that the Taliban has been left with $85 billion worth of American military equipment,
like
75,000 vehicles, 200 aeroplanes and helicopters. The Taliban now has more Black Hawk helicopters than 85% of the world's countries, apparently.
85%?
They're a few pilots away, frankly, from having a formidable air force, aren't they? They have night vision goggles, body armour, medical supplies, and even biometric devices with fingerprints and eye scans of Afghans who helped the US troops in the last 20 years.
So undercover
Biden
CIA
armed them
agents?
and then handed their targets to them on a silver platter. To be fair, we've done something similar. The betrayal of our Afghan interpreters was already palpable, but it was given another shameful nail in the coffin as it emerged that we left documents scattered around our embassy with the names and contact details of interpreters and indeed the CVs of people who applied for interpreter jobs. Joe Biden vowed to hunt down and find ISIS-K terrorists and make them pay for the attack yesterday. So there is now a very real possibility that US troops will be sent on assassination missions to Afghanistan where they will come under fire from their own weapons, which were handed to them. Donald Trump didn't do that. Joe Biden did. Donald Trump wanted to make America great again. Joe Biden has made the Taliban great again. The rescue mission will end today. We're being told that no more people than those already on the fly list will be able to leave Afghanistan. As that final plane takes off, leaving behind millions of innocent civilians, a Taliban more powerful than ever before, and streets painted with the blood of US and UK troops who died for nothing, let this be a lesson to us all. Trying to bring Western liberal democracy to countries like Afghanistan doesn't work. It's questionable whether or not the people even want it. It costs lives, it costs money, it costs us our reputation, our dignity, our standing on the world stage. That is not a price worth paying. Never again.
I mean, he pretty much just went in on him.
You know what's funny is that all the people that I know who voted for Joe Biden or hated Trump so much, they're not saying a single fucking word about it. They're not paying any attention to what's going on. Either they are or they just don't want to acknowledge it because they know that they're going to get shit on because they made a choice based off of their emotions instead of a choice based off of logic.
Well, yeah, but exactly. But the biggest thing was like,
you voted for a fucking 78-year-old with Alzheimer's who falls asleep 90% of the time he's at the fucking microphone. The dude was in his basement for his entire campaign. He didn't have anybody at his fucking on his campaign tour.
No. Did you?
People didn't like him.
Well, yeah, the video that I showed you, he's like, my butt's been wiped.
Yeah.
Just trying to ask him about immigration, and then he also says, where he's like, have you seen? I've seen him on TikTok where like he's like, you got somebody that is in the supermarket, and then you go to the person that stocks that shelf, and then people are like, what the fuck are you talking about?
The dude has no clue what he is saying.
So like you just fucking rambled for 10 seconds.
He has no idea what he's saying.
Yeah,
people didn't vote for Joe Biden. They voted anti-Trump.
Well, yeah, but I did not know that they had 85% of fucking Black Hawk helicopters, which are like the top helicopters in the entire world, which would fuck not only people up from in the air, but also on the ground, and transports troops at insane rates, and is like our number one thing for transporting. They have 85% of the world's Black Hawks.
No, they don't have 85% of the world's Black Hawks. They have more Black Hawks than 85% of the world's countries.
More. Okay, I thought it was like 85%
which is
of the world.
Still not good. The fuck?
Dude, you don't think, dude, that's not that bad, bro.
Here's the thing is that, and don't underestimate the advancement and development that an authoritarian country like Afghanistan is going to can make as far as military gains. Yeah. And now they have such a head start.
And now they have our dogs.
They have they have a head start for everything.
Dude, that was pretty much like, this is the biggest test of your life.
They don't need to like sit there and try to develop new type of technology to gain a foot on other countries. No. They just have the strongest equipment already. All they need to do is just learn how to use it effectively and build up a military force like powerful enough people in the military force to just do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Dude, it was dude, they basically were like, here is a test for you to graduate college, and you're like, man, this is like a really like hard test. Like, I don't know if I can do this. It's 200 questions, and they're just like,
yeah, it's
there's all the answers.
Yeah, the U.S. was that teacher who just gives you the answers while you're taking the test because they don't give a shit.
It's fucking open book for
They
your
don't give
ass.
a shit about that. They don't give a shit about their job. They just want to get the fuck out of there.
They're like, I just want you to fucking graduate and get the fuck out of here.
At least when the Soviets went to Afghanistan, they took their equipment or disabled them before they left.
Yeah.
They didn't just leave it there working for them to fucking use.
Dude, they're just like, we're just going to leave all this shit here for you. Please out. But dude, the biggest thing is,
we got 3 years of this bullshit left.
No. Just, dude, our dogs. You left all those service dogs there, man. Seriously?
Yeah. I mean, the dogs are important. Yeah, it's fucked up.
Well, that's mainly what I'm talking about here. I mean, yeah, the other stuff is bad. We already discussed all that stuff. We don't have to rehash it all.
Citizens are.
We already discussed all that.
Human beings were there too.
We already discussed all that. We're talking about dogs here. I'm pretty sure a lot of
third graders who are stuck.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to say me about the dogs.
13 soldiers who die. You know.
Well, that's really fucked up. And yeah,
man, the parents are pissed.
I know they are.
Dude, they were all like 20, 21, 23 years old.
They were very
young people.
Yeah, that's very fucked up, man. Very fucked up.
Fuck, man.
But the little puppies, dude.
dude, they weren't little puppies. They were trained killing machines. They're fucking military dogs.
you're like, give me a little dog, and he's like, rah, 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 rah.
I'm gonna murder you.
I'm gonna murder you. I'm gonna fucking eat you,
dude. Man,
yeah,
you gotta watch what you say because I can't make threats on YouTube.
yeah,
unfortunately.
yeah, dude. No threats.
Yeah. Well,
either way, I hope that everyone is over there is gonna be safe. Those dogs get out and they get some nice little puppy chow.
I hope so. Yep, I hope.
Or they just breed and they have wild packs of our military dogs that are smart as shit that just start eating. Dude, what if they just start eating people of the Taliban and then the dogs take over? they start driving the Black Hawk planes using night vision.
German Shepherds and Belgian Malinois.
Yeah, just fucking picking up AK-47s, just taking out the Taliban.
A country ruled by dogs.
Those fucking pups would be sick.
Man,
those would be the fucking dude. They would run our shit. We'd fucking elect a dog next time, dude.
We might as well. The dog would be a better option than Joe Biden.
Dude, he fucking stand up at that podium and just fucking somebody would just dangle peanut butter. He'd just be fucking. We're like, yeah, this guy gets it. They put up subtitles that are just random fucking words. This guy gets it.
Just shits in front of the podium.
He just shits. He just shits and does a thing where they turn around and look at you.
Yeah.
And then
you know
like,
why they do that?
Yeah, for
protection. They want to make sure that you got their back.
Yeah, because they're at their most vulnerable.
Yeah, they're just sitting there dropping a deuce.
Yeah, except for jacked pit bulls, just fucking do that. Don't even look behind them. Just shit.
No, my girl's pit bull. He still looks back.
Okay, well, it was kind of a joke, but
he looks cute when he looks back.
I'm
like, oh, you taking a shit. Oh, you're so cute when you going doo doo.
You going fucking boo boo down?
I do the same thing, dude. and then I squat down and I take a shit, and he looks at me.
He's standing there like, just like fucking watching your back. A little rabbit comes, he's like, rah, rah, rah.
Hey.
And he's saying in dog, like, hey, don't disturb him, he's taking a shit.
He's taking a shit.
He's taking a shit. He's taking a fucking shit. Don't disturb him.
Yeah, man, those service dogs in Afghanistan, I feel bad for them. I also feel bad for other people. I feel bad for the people of Afghanistan, the American citizens who are stuck there. Not only the American citizens, but the citizens of other countries who are there too. UK citizens. I'm sure there are some Australian citizens there. Yeah, man. German citizens.
What'd you call me?
German. You got some eye boogers on your eye. I'm going to blow it off for you. You heard that they... I don't know why that reminded me of gay people, but...
I have eye boogers in my eyes, and that reminds you of gay people?
I was going to blow it off, but...
dude, you fucking won't, dude.
I guess the Taliban... I guess they... To show how tolerant they are of gay people, they chopped up some dude's body, murdered him, because they wanted to give an example of what they thought of... the gay community out there.
I think they're just saying things and then just doing the opposite of what they say.
Yeah, that's exactly what everyone knew that they were going to do because they don't give a shit about. Yeah, they're not going to keep the word on that, dude. They played the shit out of us. Yeah,
dude. They played. Dude, they played.
I'm so glad that our tax dollars went towards arming bloodthirsty terrorist group.
I think that we should pay more taxes, bro.
We should, yeah. We should just be communists, right? Because
we should have 50% tax rates, bro.
No, 75, 90. Means of production.
Okay, 90 is a little much, bro. 80 is like my max. That's my absolute max. I can't do any more than that, bro.
No. Haven't you seen that we should just not make money?
Dude, we'll be so advanced that it doesn't matter about money anymore.
Yeah, like we're going to be that one alien race that has just reached this pinnacle of wokeness to where we don't need money.
It's based off of talents?
No. We do everything out the goodness of our heart. That's human nature.
I think there was a show that said that. I think it was Seth MacFarlane's like alien show. Remember it was on Hulu? It was like
I don't watch Hulu that often.
Or it was something like that where he was like somebody came back from somebody went to the future somehow. That's every episode is somebody ends up in the future and they don't know how. But he's like, what happened to currency? And then they're like, oh yeah, we no longer have a currency. Basically, our currency is what we're able to, our skills and our attributes and what we can contribute to society, and then that gives us our ranking. And I'm like, what?
So it's all just played off by a legitimate hierarchy based off of actual strengths.
Yeah, and essentially like
not based off of money.
It's not based like there's zero money whatsoever. Everything is like at your fingertips. Like you don't have to worry about, buying food or buying this.
Do you think that system would be more fair than what we have now? A hierarchy based off of money?
I think so.
Based off of skills and attributes?
Yeah, I don't think it's like a hierarchy to where like if you don't have a ton of attributes, you're a piece of shit and you're like a slave. Like it's not to that extent. It's more or less like if you choose to get far based off of applying yourself and educating yourself and learning and all that shit.
Oh, so you mean like American values?
Yes.
Like the American dream?
Right. So like, but they said basically like they didn't have to like spend $100,000 and like go to college. It was basically like whatever you decided to learn and to contribute to society was basically how far you got. And it was all based off of like your work ethic and all that shit. It was not based off of like how much money you had or what school you went to or anything like that. Like, and then if you just didn't want to do as much as the other person, you're just like, yeah, you didn't like, obviously you couldn't get a job higher up, but you still like did something else as like a purpose. But currency is like no longer. But obviously that's like they're talking about like. Fucking 4020.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Fucking 420 place.
I don't even know if that would be possible, man. I don't think it's in human nature to operate like that.
Yeah, no, I mean it's like
it's some type of like, tangible motivation that will give us power.
Well, that's the thing is that's what
our self-fulfilling needs and.
That's what they did was basically like, if you want this level of power, if you want this level of, fame, or if you want this, like you got to apply yourself. And it's not about how much money you make. And, it's not about how much money you make is how you're going to get there, because how a lot of people are, get a future. A lot of people can develop a future is either they make it themselves and they grind through it, or they have money and which allows them to open up doors a lot easier and get places a lot easier over others.
Yeah.
This is like everyone starts from fucking zero. And it's like
nice.
A video game. Like if you want to level up, then put in the fucking time and the work to do it. And if you don't, then that's fine, but you're not going to be as high as level as these people. So then you're not going to be able to obtain this because you're not putting in the effort. It's like an effort and willpower based basically motive.
Okay.
So it's not like you're, yeah.
So how about the people who do rise to the top based off of their work ethic and their positive attributes?
Then they would be like,
and they pass that on to their offspring who are brought up and born with those same attributes, as opposed to somebody who didn't apply themselves, didn't apply the work ethic, didn't decide to teach themselves or learn the things that they need to learn in order to rise to the top, and then they pass it along to their offspring. Wouldn't that just create the same system at the end where you have the people who actually applied themselves were able to pass it on to their offspring, and the people who didn't, most often than not, didn't pass it on?
No, because they'll have the work ethic is
just like today. Like if you,
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but that's based off of like whether or not you want to do that, but you don't have an advantage just because somebody knows how to apply themselves. You know how to apply yourself. You're just not willing to do it.
But if you're growing up in an environment where that's not the norm, or where that's not, something that's expressed or seen as important, then you're not going to have the advantage over somebody who was growing up in that environment to where.
Well, you wouldn't be looked down upon. That's why.
You would or wouldn't.
Wouldn't.
So people would have the wisdom and the humbleness to not look down upon other people because that they decided not to apply themselves.
Right. It's like individual. They base it off of like
that is fucking impossible.
They base it off of like individual like individual like attributes and individual like drivenness and individual achievements.
Say drivenness?
Is that a word?
I don't think so.
Drivenness?
Driven?
Driven?
Drive?
Drivenness?
Drivenness is not a word. You just came up with that. Drive.
Fuck yeah.
Drive.
Drivenness. You heard it here first. I just made a new word.
Drivenness.
Drivenness.
Idiot.
But yeah, that's what they. I mean, that would be pretty. It's hard for me to explain, but it's basically like if you're willing to put in this time and effort, and you're willing to achieve whatever you want to achieve, there's a level of like the people that do reach that, level of, basically contributing to the world that they're in and their attributes and all that stuff. That. You fucking fart?
Yeah.
Fucking asshole. Like they'll reach up to military and all that stuff. What?
Nothing. I just thought that was funny.
Fucking jackass.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you mean. I just don't. I think it's a great future to think about.
Yeah, it's like hard to. I forgot like how.
But I don't think it's possible. I think that.
Yeah, I don't think it was possible. I'm just saying that would be pretty cool because it's hard for me to explain how they explained it because I haven't seen it in a couple of years. But it was basically like money isn't a necessity anymore, and to get tangible things, you don't need to have money or to have status in order to reach those things anymore. You basically are like looked at through what you contribute and what you're willing to contribute to the world. And if you want to reach this level, then you can, but no one's going to have more of an advantage than others. Even if they are somebody that has gone, like they're like head of the military, like when they have a daughter or a son, they wouldn't, I'm almost certain, like the way that they described it, like they wouldn't allow them to bypass all these things just because like they're the head of the military.
So what would they do? They would just leave them because that son or daughter would see the attributes in their parents and then most likely look up to that.
They would look up to it, and then they would have to be able to earn it the exact same way. They would not have anything to be there. No door would be open to them. They would have zero leverage because
I mean that's basically how people do it now.
They would see it now, but money is the major factor and the major thing. Everybody gets equal opportunity is my point.
Not necessarily. I mean, you got people out in the hood who can do the same thing.
Yeah, I understand that,
born
but
without
that's
a family, but they decide to make the choice for themselves to not.
Right, and they're not. Their choices may not to be exactly how their parents are. Just because he's the head of the military doesn't mean like, oh, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Exactly, but it's not. But those choices aren't also. The doors aren't open through monetary means. You know what I mean? Like just because you're born, like if you're born in a poor environment and you want to make that conscious decision to have these positive attributes that'll help you succeed, there's no money that's going to help you open those doors that's going to be given to you. It's going to be all done the exact same way that you're talking about right now.
Yeah, but I mean,
based off of their positive attributes, they're going to be able to make a way through the world without anything being handed.
But you can't say that there's no advantage for people nowadays that have like parents that are.
No,
that's what I was trying to get.
I acknowledge that, but what I'm saying is that we can still do that same thing now, though. It's just in a different socioeconomic standing.
Right. And I'm not speaking about somebody that wouldn't have those advantages. I'm speaking about somebody that does have those advantages. They wouldn't allow them to skip through shit because like if your dad was like an alumni of Yale, and you want to go to Yale, like you would easily be able to get in there. Is my whole entire point. Like that door would be open for you a lot easier than somebody from the hood. That's my whole entire point. So like you wouldn't be like those offsprings would not have that advantage.
Okay.
Everyone would start off with this at the same exact spot, and they would not be able to do that in the future.
That would take a lot of discipline by the parents not to.
Well, that would be the law.
Not to help them.
That's like what they did in this show. Is like that's the law. You can't do that. Like you'll get sentenced. You'll get put in prison.
Oh, so this is all based off of law. I thought this was just based off of fucking.
Well, they still they still have laws in this. Yeah, they still have law.
Yeah,
like
no,
you couldn't.
But I thought that humanity. I thought that in this thing that you're talking about, humanity had just reached this point of consciousness where they automatically just think, okay, this is how it's gonna be. These are the rules that we're gonna follow. But if it's by law, then it's not a completely different story. But it changes the dynamic of why it's being done.
And there's still because they still have to have.
So what's the penalty if you don't? Death?
No, I think it's like. I forgot. I think they still have jail. They still have jail, or they still have like, or you get stripped of your title, or you get demoted a title until you can prove yourself again and stuff like that.
I think maybe like a demotion.
Yeah, it's like a demotion.
Yeah, I think going to jail wouldn't really.
I think they had jail in it, but it's like Star Trek shit. But it's like, but that's how. But
I feel like jail wouldn't deter people, too much from trying to do the same thing. I think maybe being stripped of your title.
Yeah, I think it's stripped of your title.
Being demoted a couple levels, or
and then you have the opportunity then to reach back up to that when you make make a mistake. So it was actually really cool the way that they did this, because I was like, fuck, man, if it really could be like that, like they're like, not that there was no more crime, there's still crime, but there was like, but they were like, it was obviously in a different way, but like. The way that they did it was like, there's no more needing currency to do anything. Like if you wanted a certain type of food, or if you wanted just to, drive a certain thing, you just could. There was no, I guess, material. Like nobody could be materialistic in this day and age, which was pretty cool.
So if anybody can basically have whatever they want, wouldn't the supply chain be really fucked?
No, because I mean,
because everyone has the access to it, you're gonna eventually have some problems and some shortages.
This was very far advanced in the future, where you press a button and you have an ice cream sundae in front of you. That's what I mean. So it's not like there is no supply and demand. It's artificially made right in front of you.
Wow.
So that's why they had no more need for money, because there's no supply and demand.
What do you think is going to be the first thing that human beings first physical attribute human beings are not going to need anymore in the future? Because we're always evolving. And they actually said that human beings are like kind of evolving this little like horn thing coming out the back of your neck near the top of your vertebrae around your neck, because of people always looking down so often at their TVs or at their computer and at their phones. They're starting to develop this like little spiky horn.
We're all gonna be like
on the back of their
hunchback,
neck.
like me.
Yeah. Okay, what do you think is gonna be the first physical attribute to go? The first thing that we're not gonna need anymore based off of the technological advances that we're making.
Physical attribute.
And we'll end the podcast on this.
I think driving.
No, physical attribute, like body. Like what on our body do you think we're not going to need anymore? It could be internal, it could be external.
I think our legs, man. I think that we're literally just going to fucking wake up out of our bed, and then it's going to fucking be able to put us on this thing, and we're able just to fucking glide right through.
So you think... But you got to remember that this is something that human beings are going to have to, like, not try to stop. I think... So you think that humanity would get to the point where we all just agree, like, legs aren't really that important. And we'll gladly sacrifice our legs for, like, machine transportation.
Yeah, I mean, that's... Yeah.
Excuse me.
That's probably what I'm going with. I mean, because everything else you're going to need. You're going to need your fucking hands. You're going to need your eyes. You're going to need your internal organs, unless they can replace our heart to make us live longer. That's the only other thing I could think of.
So you don't think we're going to need our legs?
I don't think we're going to need our legs.
You think our legs are are the least important part of our body.
I think that they will become.
So what are our legs going to be replaced with to still make us like functional as a species and still be able to develop? Because our legs are kind of like being able to stand upright is kind of what made humanity what we are nowadays. Like that was one of the precursors to make us so.
Bro, I think it's all going to be robotics.
Advanced. Robotic legs, fucking robotic wheels. What is it going to be?
I think it's going to be robotic legs to where they can change into whatever we want. So whether that's fucking flying or that's fucking rolling down like one of those fucking Segway things.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's going to be.
So you think that that's going to be the first thing that's going to change about the human body?
And yeah.
I was kind of going more towards natural evolution.
Natural?
Yeah.
So what are we? So what we're naturally not going to need anymore on our body?
Yes, because of technology. What's something that's going to eventually fade away that we're not going to need anymore? Like, okay, so for example, an example of the natural evolution would be what I just talked about, the spike in the back of the neck. Now, that's not something that's like going away, but that's something that's evolving because of habits that we've been going about pretty often for the past couple decades.
I mean,
so if we can develop that, what's something that we won't need anymore because of technology?
I have fucking no clue, man. I have no idea. That's why I said legs, because we fucking sit all day.
I feel like our hair is gonna be one of the first physical attributes of ours to go. I feel like hair is becoming less and less of a necessity among people. Like people like to shave their hair more and more often nowadays, even men. And I think people just don't find a use for it anymore. And a lot of people find it uncomfortable.
Fucking somebody just turns around with no fucking eyebrows. You're like, go.
Shit, that could be a possibility.
But then everyone would almost look the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, so we're like iRobot, bro?
Basically. Have you seen the what they think that the human race is gonna look like in the future?
No.
They're all gonna have like this same caramelly complexion, kind of like mine, but a little bit lighter, I think. Because of all a little bit darker than yours, but like because everyone's gonna be so intermingled, and there's gonna be so much interracial, we're
all gonna be
breeding.
Fucking mutts.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be fucking someone of a different race. That's why we need racism.
No, okay. That's episode 10. Thank you guys so much for watching.
We ended on a good one there.
Yeah, real good one. Yeah, real good one. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and follow us on social media. And we'll see you guys next week.
Go Eagles. Go Birds.
Go Birds.